My next guest is coming off his first UFC victory, getting it done over Zhalgas at UFC on ABC5, June 24th. It's Joshua Van here on the program. Joshua, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So we're a couple days removed here from the win. Is it sunk in yet? Not only are you a UFC fighter, but you got a win under your belt.
Man, I just, it feel amazing, man. Yeah, it just feel amazing.
Yeah, no, it is. And we didn't get to hear a lot from you before the fight. Like, how much notice did you get? And for this fight, like, what type of camp did you have going in?
So they called me on Thursday, and then the fight is on Saturday. So
Wow.
I think I get I have 5 day of training, and then the rest is just weight cut. So yeah, 5 day, I guess.
Were you expecting this? Like, did your manager kind of give you a heads up, hey, something could happen, or was this out of the blue?
No, not really, because we already set up for the contender. So you know what I'm saying.
That's
So
right.
we wasn't really expecting that short notice anymore.
Okay. Did you know much about Zhalgas before going into this fight? I'm sure there's a lot of tape, but like you mentioned, really short notice getting the opportunity.
No, I know nothing about the guys, and then when they call me, uh, I don't even watch this fight until like I was about to fight him. So I make my coach Frank do all that study and all that stuff. So everything he told me to do, I do it. So
There you go. So what was the game plan going in if you didn't know much about your opponent? Just kind of focus on what you're good at?
yes, the game plan was they said he was fighting coming forward, and then when I watch him too, like I think I watched two of his fight. He liked to come forward, and the game plan was to knock him out and set a trap. But he was fighting a whole different fight in there, so it was hard. Like I have to adjust to his style, something like that.
Anything surprised you about him, kind of looking back at the fight now?
Man, he got a big ass head. So, like I hit him as hard as I can, he was still coming forward. So I'm like, damn, like what I gotta do to put him down, type stuff.
Yeah. With that though, were you ever worried, like maybe not overexerting yourself because you're trying to finish this guy and like he's not going down? Do you have to? Does that kind of change the mentality a bit? Like, man, I got to pace myself a little bit here.
Oh no, never that. But when I was about to finish him, oh, you were right. Yeah. Kind of, I was kind of like that. I was about to finish him in the second round, so I feel I get a little tired because it was short notice too. So and then I hear my coach like reset. So that's why we reset. I feel like I could have finished him right there and then too.
Shout out to Coach Frank though for being there and kind of giving you that guidance. What were you feeling going to the scorecards? I think at home watching, we felt like you had the win. What were you thinking when it went to the judges' scorecards?
Man, I thought I was gonna get the unanimous decision.
What happened when you heard split? I got to know. Were you kind of like, oh no,
Oh
they're
my
going to take the
god! When
switch?
I first hear his name, I was like, damn, like what? But then I hear my name, and then the second one for sure, I was like, nah, I got this, man. They can't be that blind. You know what I'm saying?
So they announce your name, you get the win. What's going through your head? Because again, I know this was all kind of a whirlwind, you even getting this fight and everything. So what's going through your head at that moment?
Man, at that moment, I was just so happy, bro. It's just like I was like, damn. First, I write down the history. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the first Burmese
That's right.
fighter, and now I have the first win for Burmese people. So it was amazing, man.
What's been the feedback like, especially from the Burmese fans? Because I mean, again, you're a trailblazer here, man, getting that first UFC victory.
Man, it's crazy. The Burmese people like they get behind the guys. So man, I'm getting a lot of texts. I'm getting a lot of comments. So I'm feeling the love and the support, man.
Well, it's great, man. And I saw on Twitter, I think you put something about, hey, I'm your new favorite fighter. Like, how has that been for you? I'm sure your social media following just skyrocketed after the win.
Oh yeah. My Instagram went from 2,000 to 5,000 in one day. You know what I'm saying? That felt amazing. I'm like, damn. So
Good.
I'm really trying to like suck it in. You know.
And because you were one of the earlier fights, did you end up getting to celebrate that night? Did you get to enjoy yourself, have like a good meal and stuff after the event?
Yeah. The Burmese people they planned something for me after the fight, so they was like, "Come through, we gotta let some." And I went through, eat a bunch of Burmese food and stuff, seafood and barbecue. So it's good.
And then you got to probably watch the rest of the card, right? Which is great. Like you get the win, you get to eat, and then you get to kind of enjoy the rest of the day, right? Well, I guess it would have been, yeah. What time was it? It would have been a little bit later there on the Eastern coast, but still like during the day, right? Was the card.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really watch fight like that, but I watch Macy fight. You know, Macy Barber.
Okay.
She was just good. You know, so
That was a crazy fight too. That was
yeah.
awesome. And what's been like? We talked about the social media following. What's been the support even from the non-Burmese fans? Like, I'm sure you're getting messages from people being like, "Congrats, man!" Like, how's that been?
Man, what I just realized is that a lot of people doubted me, you know, going into that fight, which is obvious because, you know, he's a short notice and the guy's experienced. And then, you know, a lot of texts I get or a lot of comment I get is that, you surprise us, you know?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm glad to do that.
What about the UFC? Has your management spoken to them at all? They must have been really happy. You come in here on short notice, you step up, you take the fight, and you get the win.
Yeah, my manager, man, you know, I told him I want to fight soon. So hopefully we're working on something right now. So
Okay,
hopefully I get
something
to
in the works.
go back
How
in
did
there.
you How did you initially link up with Jason House and Iridium Sports? How did you end up signing with them?
Is the Fury Fighting Championship president Eric? You know, I guess he talked to Jason or something, and then when I make my pro debut, you know, Jason come up to me and then we have a little talk and stuff like that. So that's how I met Jason.
And then it worked out for you, man. We got
Uh,
a big fight in your division coming up next Saturday. I was just curious your opinion on it. We've got Brandon Moreno, Alexander Pantoja. Who do you think wins that fight? How do you think that fight plays out?
I think Moreno win that one decision.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And of course, Pantoja has the 2 wins, so it'll be really interesting there. If you could pick when you would want to fight next, forget about what the UFC says. When would you like to have that next fight? Have you kind of looked at that?
I want to fight tomorrow.
I bet you do. Yeah.
Tomorrow, man. I'm not hurt, you know, except for this one. I mean, this one, right? This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. So this stitch. So as soon as this heal, I'm back in the gym training. You know.
And what do you think about the timing of you coming into the division? Because I feel like we're seeing kind of a transition right now. You see a lot of the older veterans maybe leaving the division, and now you have, obviously Brandon's the champion. We've got a lot of up and comers, right? I think this is the time more than ever where you've got guys like, yourself, you've got Manel Kopp, you've got Amir Albazi, Mokaev. Like, it just seems like there's a new crop of fighters coming through the division. How cool is it to be a part of that?
Man, to hear that, that's amazing. That's you know what I'm saying. I don't really follow along like the division like that, but
Okay.
hearing you said that's amazing, man. We about to put this division on fire. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I look at flyweight, you know, it's like a lot of people don't talk about the flyweight. So now it's time to put this weight class on fire.
I agree. Any opponents you want to fight next, or you just leave that up to your coaches or your management?
Yeah, I just leave it up to Jason. Whoever they got in front of me, I fight them.
So you were sort of mentioning there that you don't watch a lot of fights. Like, do you watch any fights in your division, or is it more of just if you have a fight coming up? Like, do you actually watch fights regularly or no?
No, unless like I really love the guys or something like that. So
Okay.
like I'll never miss Peter Young fight, you know, things like that. So there's a certain fighter I watch, but I watch my own fight a lot, like
Okay.
just to fix on, you know, what I do wrong and what I do right and stuff like that. So and till now, man, it helped me a lot. So
Do you watch any other sports, or do you just maybe don't? Or would you watch any other TV or anything like that?
yeah, I just started watching anime, so
Oh,
it's good.
cool. Okay. That's good. That keeps you occupied. And what about obviously the rest of the week? I know you're healing up a little bit, probably enjoying some nice food, doing some media, which I appreciate. What else have you been up to this week? What's the plan for the rest of the week?
Man, the rest of the week I'm about to be out of town. You know, my people, the Team Burmese, you know, they having event going on, so I'm about to go there, show some love, you know, and you know, appreciate the love they show me. So it'd be a great event, man.
How many people are we talking here? It sounds like a big like family. Like you guys all get
Uh,
together and do a
it,
cookout and
it's
stuff.
big, probably like 3, 4, 5,000 people.
Really? Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I live up in Canada. I'm a little bit sheltered, so it's cool to hear that there's that many people. Like, is that on your mind too when you're fighting? Like, just having the support from that many people and just like again representing everything that you have.
Man, I'm telling you, if I get to fight in Dallas or San Antonio or Houston, you won't see a bunch of Burmese fans coming up, bro.
There you go. Got
It'll
to
be
keep
great.
tabs on that. Well, in the meantime, you get to enjoy this win, man. It was UFC on ABC 5 back on June 24th. Joshua, thanks so much for doing this, man. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Man, I wanna give a shout out to all my team. Especially Dakota, Frank, and Danny Pineda. And I want to give a shout out to 4 Ounce MMA, Aslan Boxing Gym, and Temple Construction. And you guys can follow me on IG, the Fearless MMA one. And thank you for all your support, man. Keep showing love. Thank you.